TeenInfoNet has the great pleasure to be speaking today with a fast-rising star in the music scene, Cassandra Michaels. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Can you tell our readers a little about yourself?
I'm currently 19 years old. I grew up in the Midwest, big family. I love that, and I just really grew up around music my whole life. It was just my passion, and it's something that I always knew I wanted to do.
How did you actually get started in music?
I got started by meeting my producer, and he actually found me singing in a video on YouTube. And he shot me an email and was like, hey, I would love to work with you, let's meet. And I flew out to Los Angeles and met with him, and the rest is history, I guess.
Who or what inspired you to want to pursue a career in music?
I always just grew up around music, and my family just always loved music. We've always had music playing. And as a kid, I remember I loved Celine Dion, and I loved Elton John, which is pretty deep for, like a second grader, but I adored them. And I remember just playing their music really, really loud and singing at the top of my lungs and putting on shows for my family. And I think that it was just something I always wanted to do, probably just because I was always around that kind of environment.
Can you describe for us your style of music?
My style? It's pop. I love that rocker edge to it, kind of a little Pat Benatar with a big guitar. I love sassy. I love bold. Something you can dance to, but something you can also relate to with the music. But it's just kind of evolving as I grow up, too. So I'm getting, I'm changing a little bit, but it's always going to be something that's got a rocker influence to it.
Can you tell us a little about the process involved in writing songs and recording them?
Yeah, usually I either write a song or I meet with a team of writers. We go in and we kind of think about, what kind of instrumental we want, what kind of track. And we design that. And then we go in and we think about, is there a topic we want to write about? Is there something going on in my life or something that's just moving me? And from there, we'll, piece together a song. After that, we take it to the studio, record vocals, backgrounds, harmonies, everything. And the process takes a while. Usually, it's done on a separate day so far. And, the recording process will take probably 8 to 9 hours. And then, of course, there's mixing and mastering and everything behind that. But it's a process, but it's so much fun. Every single step is a blast.
Are there any limits to the style of music that you would write or perform?
No, not really. I think that the cool thing about music, and especially music style, is it's always changing. And as a musician, I'm always changing. And so I'm constantly being influenced by new sounds and new, things and experiences. So I see myself evolving with my music. I don't know where it's necessarily going to take me, but hopefully it'll be great.
What is just the favorite types of songs that you like listening to besides your own?
Favorite kinds of songs I listen to, I honestly listen to everything. On my iPod right now, there is Katy Perry, there's REO Speedwagon, there's Elton John, Ed Sheeran, there's everything. I really don't have a certain genre that I listen to. I listen to Drake, so I get everything. I just like to absorb all the genres, I guess.
Speaking of writing songs, you have a new single out. Can you tell us about the single?
I do. My single is called Fighting for Our Love. It's a personal song to me. It's kind of like my little baby. I wrote it about a year ago, actually, when we got everything together and started writing and making it, and that was, with the rest of my project. And it's about, being in a place in a relationship where there's a little bit of conflict, there's a little bit of, hurt, but it's realizing that the person you're in the relationship with is so much more worth, giving it up, and it's a love that's worth fighting for.
You also shot a music video for the single. Can you describe for us what that experience was like for you?
I did. It was so much fun. It was my first video. And we drove out to the desert at we left at 3 in the morning. We started filming at 5:30. and it was a blast. It was so surreal to, be filming my very first video, my very own video. But it was crazy. The crew was, we had probably like 20 people on set, hair and makeup, and it was a total blast. I kind of thought I'd be maybe a little nervous, but not at all. It was totally natural, and everybody on set was so great. So I was really fortunate to have such an amazing crew, and I think it turned out really, really well.
Did you do any directing on the video yourself?
I did not. I had an amazing director, and it being my first video, I kind of let him lead the way, and I'm so thankful that he did, because I think he did an amazing, amazing job.
You also have an album in the works?
I do.
What can you tell us about that?
It's very me. It really shows my personality. It shows my more emotional side, I guess, my more like heartfelt side, and it also shows my sassy side, my edgy side. And I think that listening to it is really going to give you a good taste of who I am and just my personality.
Are you currently signed with a record label or releasing material?
I'm not at the moment.
You're releasing material on your own, correct?
I am.
How hard is that to do for you?
To release it on my own?
Yeah, to do all the promotion and the marketing and everything else for it.
It's a job, but I truly love it. I have an amazing team that I work with, so I'm really fortunate to have so many people helping me too. I'm not just on my own, but I think it's cool for me to be involved in all the process of it and to, see the business side too. I think it's going to make me, in the long run, a better musician and a better, artist, because I've seen all the areas of it, and I'm learning how to work the music business so well. Yeah. So I think it's actually a really great thing.
What record label would you love to sign with?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm open. I don't have the one. I think that it has to feel right. I want somebody who's passionate about me and who's passionate about my music. And I think that if I find a group of people like that, it doesn't matter necessarily where I'm at. I think I'll be happy.
Are there any celebrities that you'd love to collaborate with musically?
Oh, there are a lot of celebrities. I love Katy Perry. She's my all-time favorite. And I just love her attitude and her sass. And so I think, working with her, writing with her would be phenomenal. It'd be a dream come true to me. I love, Ed Sheeran. I think he's amazing, such a great writer. I love Justin Timberlake. I think he's very innovative, So I think collaborations is something that I would love to do, just a lot of them. I think you can learn so much just by being around other artists in the studio.
Which would you prefer more, the songwriting aspect of it or the performance of the music?
The songwriting is something that I love, and I think that it's really important to be involved in the songwriting in order to, really connect with a song. But I would have to pick the performance aspect, hands down. There's such a rush that comes with that you can't, duplicate anywhere else. And I think that is what I'm here for. That's what I love.
Have you ever considered just writing songs for other artists?
I have, and I would actually love to do that. I've tried to, branch out and write different styles and that type of thing, and I would love to do that eventually, maybe get into more of the production side too. I think working in any area of this business is exciting, but I definitely don't want to give up my own projects either.
Right. In your opinion, is it getting harder for young artists to get recognized these days?
I think so. Well, yes and no. I think that, thanks to YouTube and thanks to social media, it's easier to get seen, but I think that there are a lot more people being seen. So I think that it really is difficult to come to the top of that group, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Where would you like to see your career in, say, 5 or 10 years?
I would love to be working on, hopefully if it's done, multiple albums, touring. My dream is to do a world tour. So maybe one day I'll get there and, just really growing and coming into my own with music and evolving in my style. But, I love I love the fans, so I'd love to see those grow and be able to influence them and influence them positively, I think would be so important, and I hope that that's where it takes me.
When you're not working on music, what do you like to do just for fun?
For fun, I do a lot with my family. My family's really close. I do a lot with friends, just hanging out, just kind of being normal. I think experiences, just normal life experiences, make you so much better as an artist. And I truly just try and live in the moment and, do fun, just normal things, but that can be just a lot of fun and create something that'll move me even as an artist.
Do you have any favorite hobbies, sports, video games?
I grew up as a dancer. I started dancing when I was 3, and that was actually my first taste of performing. So, hanging out with friends, we danced a lot. I don't dance as much anymore, but I still do some. I love watching football when football season comes around. Go Niners. I make music in my spare time. Like if I have an hour where I'm not doing anything, that's the place I want to be. Is sit at a piano or I'll sing in my bedroom. That's really my biggest passion.
What advice would you give to fans who may wish to become a singer or musician?
Don't give up. You're going to reach a lot of, times where it might seem like the end of the road, but it's really not. You just have to get through it. You have to work extremely, extremely hard, but don't let anyone get you down. Don't let anyone defeat you, because it's not the end.
Are there any personal messages from you to the fans that you'd like to pass along?
Thank you so much for checking me out, for checking out FFOL. I'm amazed by how many people are, tweeting me and Facebooking me like, I love this song so much. I found the video and I think you're amazing. I'm getting that from Australia and Japan, and it's crazy to me. So thank you. Just thank you for listening, and I hope I can make you proud.
Well, we thank you so much again for talking with us today.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a real pleasure, and we hope the very best for your single, album, and your career.
Thank you so much.
You have a wonderful evening.
You too.